Smile and relax. Rest a moment. You are too tight, Angel says softly. She shuffles to the reflector to adjust it for a more sensual light. Next, we'll try the same position, but you'll give me a Julia Roberts. Lauren doesn't budge. She remains on the floor with her shoulders hunched. One knee is crossed over the other and pressed to her chest. Her hands rest on the patella. Her head is tilted toward the floor, and straight black hair conceals her face and sparkles like studio snow drifting toward a stage. Then suddenly, when Angel is behind the tripod again, Lauren lifts her head and turns her interlaced fingers, cracks the knuckles, rests one hand on the floor and the other back on her knee. Her mouth slips into a large and toothy smile. Lauren is the first Asian soloist in the New York City Ballet and will be the Sugar Plum Fairy this year. The company needs promotional photos, and this is a 4-hour session. The dress and tiara shots are done, and Lauren is covered by a simple leotard. She is excited to be the star. Perfect, says Angel, and snaps 3 shots. Can we go brighter? Angel will strike her own forehead this evening when she looks back at these shots and realizes this pose is a replica of an Egon Schiele painting. She will delete them for their lack of originality. Yes, there will be hesitation and regret due to the quality of the photos and the drama that happens in the next few minutes. But originality is critical in her mind, and Angel won't allow her work to be considered derivative. The fact that ideas and art always echo the past is lost on her. But here, in this moment, the photographer seeks solely to capture what she imagines is the truth in this dancer, a sense of the person underneath the skin and beauty, to understand why the desire, a sense of the person underneath that skin, to understand why the desire people feel for Lauren is so strong. Lauren briefly touches her chin with her index finger, raises her head and her lips ever so slightly to be brighter. Angel taps her remote and the camera clicks 3 times. Great, how about solemn? She lowers her chin slightly and changes the expression to a perfect replica of the Mona Lisa half smile. You're better than an actress. There are more clicks and another perfect. The camera keeps snapping and Lauren holds the pose, and Angel says, and now move your head from side to side. Her face hides it, but Lauren's mind percolates while she poses. She thinks that the ballet is not likely to want these pictures for the Christmas playbill. The Sugar Plum Fairy is renowned for a regal and graceful beauty. Or perhaps they'll want to show the athleticism of the ballet. They will choose the shots with plenty of leg, like the ones that Angel shot at the start of the session. Lauren thinks of her legs as her best feature, and in these thoughts, she loses focus on the pose, and lowers a hand from her knee to caress her thigh. She knows her legs are the perfect mix of length, strength, and size. She asks herself, what is this photographer doing? This turtle pose, this half-fetal position, this covered-up body is not what she has worked so hard to have on the front of the Times. With the strength of the foot that is planted on the floor, she lifts herself in one swift movement, takes 3 steps, and with her hands raised in front of her, fingers and palms pointed straight, she opens her mouth slowly but shouts, "This is not right." Okay, Angel steps backward, sets the camera clicker down, and lowers her hands like a criminal surrendering to the police. No, it is not okay. What do you think you are doing? Are you stupid? What do you think Julia Roberts has to do with the Sugar Plum Fairy? Where did you get this idea? Do you think I want to be seen this way? Lauren continues to advance, appearing to become taller and taller, while Angel shrinks as she steps back. Lauren's body is taut, veins visible in her neck as she continues to shout. I want to know, what made you think this would be a good idea? Are you an idiot? Lauren stops and stares at Angel. Angel does not know how to control her face like an actress. Her eyes have welled up, she is not articulate, and she is unable to speak under stress. Lauren leaps closer and shoves Angel with both hands against her shoulders. Angel offers no resistance and simply falls backwards onto her bottom. Well, what do you have to say for yourself? Can't you speak? Are you an idiot? Well, yes, speak, or are you an idiot? The fall released a surge of tears. Angel's hand lifts to cover her eyes as if attempting to erase herself from the moment. Angel is not pretty, but her bright blue eyes are the surprise on her urban face, and these tears surfing down the creases and aged acne scars are a shock. Lauren pirouettes and stomps in her slipper-clad feet as she paces to the other side of the room and back. Well, what is it? She says again. I don't know. I find the pose sexy, says Angel. You think the sugar plum fairy is meant to be sexy? It's innocent and mysterious and exotic all at once. The sugar plum fairy is innocent and mysterious and exotic? Are you warped? You are an idiot. There is silence in New York. Lauren's mask of righteous anger is a parked monument of solidity in the room. Her nostrils flare and her eyes are aimed at Angel's forehead, which is now the one facing the floor. If this hits the media, this outburst will be portrayed as a tantrum. The subtext is proof that even those with dream lives have their difficulties and failures. And that is true. But isn't this unmediated state also a form of acting? Quietly, Angel says, no, not the fairy, you. You look innocent and mysterious. It is wonderful. Mysterious? Are you racist? Trying to conform me to some expectation because I'm Asian? No, that's not at all. Do I sound exotic now? So what do you think you are doing? Angel leans forward with her arms out. She is heavy and over 50. She gets on all fours before she can start to raise herself back up from the ground. One knee lifts, one hand pushes off the knee, the other hand lifts from the ground, then out into the air for balance. The leg straightens, and the other foot drags up from the floor until a crouch is achieved. I'm getting up, she says, and then both legs straighten until she's standing. She has found a face for herself. The blue eyes are calm and hard. Surviving and taking care of herself is the one thing Angel knows how to do well. She photographs people because she does not understand them. She photographs them to find something she understands, and perhaps to find someone that she cares about. The inner strength that has carried her through many lonely years is visible when she is fully straight, and she looks at Lauren without dropping her eyes. The shoot is done. What? We have 2 more hours. No, we are done. I have what I need. Don't let me bother you. We need to get this right. It is right. You understand what I mean? I'm sorry, but I yelled, but the pictures should glorify the ballet. They aren't about my being Asian or young or anything. It's about the dancing. That's why I'm upset. Look around you. No one cares. Angel unscrews the camera from the tripod. You have 2 extra hours for yourself. Go enjoy yourself. Lauren stares at the polish of the wood floor. It shines as brightly as a space under the bar. But where will I go, she says. Angel didn't answer, and Lauren walks out of the building with her cell to her ear, mindlessly walking uptown on 8th Avenue and trying to connect with anyone. The symphony of walkers part as she strides up the street, a lifetime of dance imposing a long step in her gait, even when walking without direction. Both men and women turn and gawk at her beauty. She calls the Cavalier, then the Spanish dancers, and the Chinese dancers, and Clara, and Drosselmeyer. She doesn't call the Arabian dancers because they are mad at her for getting the part. And when none of them answer, she calls her mother in California. It's still early, and her mother doesn't respond either. She has no one left to call. Well, no one but her boyfriend, and she can't call him. It's October 15th, and she enters the park at Columbus. She stands at the coffee stand wishing for a coffee since she left her bag and money at the practice studio. The attendant is a woman. Lauren is in a world of her own thoughts, unconscious of her expressions and her posture and the image she portrays. It's an unmediated expression, and there is nothing we can clearly see or say about her except that she looks lost in the world around her. Do you need something? My boyfriend is cheating on me. Men are fucked. My dude cheats all the time. I take him back and show him what he's missed, and he stays good for a month or so and takes the kids out. What else are you going to do with him? Did you want something? The attendant is Cuban or Dominican and brown. Her hair is pink, and she speaks like these are the undeniable facts of life. I'd like a coffee, but I don't have money. You look like a woman with money. She leans over the counter and takes a long and slow, grilling look over Lauren's body, noticing the thin-soled shoes, the long legs covered in tights, the red skirt, the expensive sweater, and long hair. If you don't have money, you must be autistic. I know how to get money with that body. I know how to get money with that body. You wouldn't find me working here. That's not what I mean. I left my money at home. I can't give you anything without money. I must be autistic. I do things I don't understand. It makes me feel like half a human. Lauren's right hand fingers lightly grip the counter. That slight touch holding her from tears. That's all, people, girl. Don't think you're special. And blame your man. He's the one that effed up. Make him pay. The attendant turns and pours a small coffee and places it on the counter. I didn't do this, she says, and turns away. She is willing to show her face when she can't control the expression, and she's been reminded of the bitter disappointments of her own life. Lauren says thank you and waits for something more. She wants to say she doesn't really know what her boyfriend did, but the attendant has walked into the back room without another word. She continues to wait, both hands wrapped around the cup. She feels so much gratitude for the simple act that she wants to stay and continue talking. But after 5 minutes, she realizes that the attendant is not coming out. She stands straighter than when she arrived and strolls more confidently into the park.